What is up, Internet? It's your boy Tanku, and today we're gonna be talking about an anime of the season that I've been waiting for. The fourth season of it finally came out, and so it's scratching that itch I love so much. But before we get into it, don't forget to sub to the channel, like the videos, keep hitting me up on Twitter, especially you guys have been doing that a lot. That's cool. But also comment below, and let's not forget about Facebook and Instagram. And with all that said, guys, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about Food Wars, Shokugeki no Soma. Some of you might know what it is, some of you might not. I'm a huge fan of this anime. It gets a little spicy when it comes to the reactions to the taste of some of these foods, but it's all done for comedic purposes. And the reason why I like this show so much is, yes, it has that element of the comedy aspect, maybe taken a little step too far with the fan service, I guess you could say. But they actually show you how they break down the food and like what it means and molecular structures and what happens if you cook it at a certain temperature and things like that. So it's basically uh, it's basically it's a fighting anime, but it's food. Instead of fighting with fists, they do food battles and stuff like that. And it revolves around our main character Soma. And Soma is graduating junior high, and his entire goal is to beat his father in a little cooking competitions that they do together all the time. His father is a really good chef, but has an air of mystery around him because he doesn't really know a lot about him. They run a small diner in a small town called Yukihira Diner, and he's been serving customers and cooking since he was very, very small, and that's his passion. And his dad asked him, hey, after junior high, what are you going to do? He's like, what do you mean? I'm going to work at the diner until I beat you and take it over. That's my whole life's goal. So his dad basically takes off and says, yeah, you're going to go to this special high school. I got it all set up for you. Don't worry. And it turns out to be the top culinary school in all of Japan. And things are intense there. And that's when you run into Erina. And Edina has the name the God Tongue because every time she tastes something, her sense of taste is perfection. So she's one of the best cooks around. And it's very cutthroat at this high school. You know, only like they say out of like only the top 5% actually even graduate. The rest of them drop out. And very competitive and very like, you know, so it's shonen. It's a shonen about cooking. So who ever thought that would work? And of course, Soma is very laid back, but he has experience working with customers, and he straight up, you know, makes a declaration to the entire school that I'm going to be the best chef here because, you know, his whole goal is to beat his dad, and nobody can beat his dad. One more character I want to mention because there was a ton of characters, but this one's pretty important, which is Megami. And Megami is just the sweetest, most adorable character in the show. She's kind of Soma's first friend there. They kind of get pushed in the situation together to where they have to band together and help. But you know, she's very sweet, and she kind of grounds Soma a lot, and is really his first friend there, first person to get his back. And they both end up becoming part of the Polaris Dormitory, which is where you meet a ton of other characters that work at that dorm, and you find out his dad went to this school and went to that dorm, and little by little you find out more about his dad, and of course Erina. And Erina hates Soma so much because she thinks he's an idiot, even though his food's really good. She said she'll never admit it because he's some country bumpkin that doesn't belong in this elite culinary, you know, section. And he has to fight that a lot because a lot of people there are stuck up and like, oh, I'm from a, you know, very high-end restaurant, and you're just some country diner, so get out of here, you don't know what you're doing. And so it's about him earning respect of the people and things like that. Fourth season just came out, and it is picks up right where season 3 left off. If you haven't watched it, it's worth a watch. Like I said, they do ease up on the visuals, on the food is so good, stuff happens. It's there. It's mainly there for comedy reasons. I find it hilarious because, you know, that kind of stuff doesn't bother me. Some people might. But they do ease up a lot of that in the later seasons. I definitely say watch it. The fourth season just came out. The manga has like well over 35 volumes, I believe. I have the first two, so I'm reading the manga as well. I'll just pick up more volumes as I go along on this one. But yeah, guys, tell me what you guys think. Do you guys think I'm crazy? Do you think it's too ecchi, even though it's not really ecchi for a certain taste? Do you think I'm crazy for liking Food Wars so much? Tell me in the comments below on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And with all that said, guys, everybody have an awesome day.